Hello, welcome to the live stream. Really sorry about the Conway Borough thing. You know, we really want to do it, and so do they. But things just aren't quite. There's just everything. There seems to be something every week stopping us. Welcome to the stream, Frost Fury. Thank you for tuning in. We've got an interesting topic today. Basically predicting who we think is going to be the best signing of the season. Hello again, Frost Fury. Thank you for tuning in, like I just mentioned. But yeah, we got a big. Not big game because there's no game. We got a big discussion to have. Alright, we are just under 10 games into the season, 8 games if I am correct, and a lot of signings to talk about. You know, a lot of teams have made some big moves this summer, and I think they're all worthy of a chat. So I'll go through the players we got listed. There's probably a couple more I could have had on here, but I just decided to go with a decent list for now. So you got Josko Gvardiol from Man City, signing for £77 million, no add-ons. And no add-ons in the deal overall. So yeah, £77 million from RB Leipzig, 21 years old, really solid young centre-back. Probably the best young centre-back in the world. What does SOTS mean? Signing of the season. I decided to just do that for short. Signing of the season. Yeah, so Josko Gvardiol, just gone through him. Now I'm going to go on to his former teammate, Dominik Szoboszlai, from Hungary. Plays for Liverpool now, signed for €70 million, off RB Leipzig by Liverpool. Probably, in my opinion, the best player they signed in the summer. You know, I think he's the best player they signed. I think Liverpool fans will tell you that too. I think he's had a really good start to the season, from what I've heard, and I think he will change that midfield. And you know, I think he's only going to get better. Dominik Szoboszlai, I'm a big fan of him. Now, James Maddison, another player I'm quite fond of, signed for Spurs, and we're also going to base this off money they bought him for. So far, you know, City spent €70 million on Gvardiol, Liverpool €70 million on Szoboszlai. Tottenham Hotspur got James Maddison for a cracking £40 million. That is an incredible deal for a player of his calibre. You know, he was really good at Leicester last season. Of course, Leicester went down anyway. Good opinions. I'm going to guess you mean good opinions, not God opinions, but good opinions, thank you. But yeah, James Maddison, really good. You know, I've only seen a couple of games of him this season, but just looks really sharp and looks like he's going to work out at Spurs. And I think £40 million is just an absolute bargain for him. I think if Leicester was still in the Premier League, I think they'd be charging £70 million. At least. Now then, we're going to go on to another RB Leipzig player. 3 of the 4 players we talked of now are from Leipzig. Christopher Nkunku of Chelsea. I think he's about 25 years old. You know, really, really solid player. He was probably Leipzig's best player. Chelsea got him. I can't quite remember what the price was, but you know, he's really good. Hasn't been able to play a game so far this season. He has played in the friendlies, but he picked up an injury. Hey Jit, welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. We're just talking about Nkunku. Let me know of any players you think should be on this list. But welcome to the chat, Jit. Thank you for tuning in. When I saw the vid in my notifications, you were jumping high. Well, I'm glad to know that it gets you excited at least, and seeing that I'm going live and stuff like that. Yeah, but Nkunku, really good player. And you know, they had some really good players Leipzig before they sold them all. But I think that was always going to happen this summer. They couldn't keep hold of these really good players forever. And City pounced, Chelsea especially. And Liverpool pounced as well. So, really good signing in Nkunku. Doku, I think, deserves a shout out here. I will definitely talk about Jeremy Doku. I'm going to cover all these players on this list, and then anyone else who you think should be on here, just honestly write them down, because I will speak about them. Caicedo, signed from Brighton for a record-breaking fee of £115 million. Absolutely ridiculous price. I do not think he's worth that. I think he's 70 million tops. Maybe he will one day be up there. Maybe he will one day be an 15 million pound player. But I'm sorry, he's not right now. He hasn't shown that level. He is not the level of Jude Bellingham, is he? You noticed the purple background? Yeah, as you're a bit newer here, Frost Fury, we do purple backgrounds when we're doing general talks about the Premier League. Blue backgrounds whenever it's City related and all that. Champions League is usually like a dark purple / blue. Carabao Cup is like a green and red. And Ballon d'Or, which you weren't here, Maddison for sure. I wished we were in for him. He is really good, and he's probably the bargain of the summer. £40 million. I think we will be talking about that at the end of the season, saying what a deal. Honestly, I think that is a genuinely great deal for Spurs, and he's proving his worth at the moment. Missed out on a gem that could have helped us without Kev. Yeah, it's a shame with Kev because there was no way we could have predicted that. Sadly, of course, I would have wished to have him anyway. James Maddison, I think he would have been a really good addition to the midfield. Yeah, you are a bit new here, Frost Fury. So I just thought I'd let you know on that. We do different backgrounds for different things. Even Ballon d'Or, we've got this black and yellow one, and that will return for when the Ballon d'Or comes in. I really think Haaland deserves that, but I don't think he'll win it. 'Cause I think the modern, it's almost like a fairy tale for Lionel Messi winning the World Cup. And then he goes on and wins a Ballon d'Or, so I don't think Messi should win it, but Hello the lads, says Geordie, welcome to the chat, great to have you here, you'll be pleased to see one of your boys on this list. We just touched on Caicedo. Gonna go on to Declan Rice now, signed for £105 million off West Ham. Really good start he's had so far at Arsenal. He's really proven that he is that level of midfielder. And, I don't doubt it, when City were in for him for a little bit, I'm pretty sure we put 90 million on the table. I was kind of excited. When we went in for Declan Rice. We didn't get him, of course, which is, I guess, a shame, but, it is what it is on that regard. Messi dies, Ballon d'Or, Leo Messi. Yeah, I mean, that does kind of what I do not think an MLS player should be winning it. I really don't. And his trophies weren't all that either. Of course he won the World Cup, which is a phenomenal achievement. Something that shouldn't be sneered at. He won Ligue 1 with PSG, which should be expected. It's the minimum you expect from PSG, winning their own league compared to their competition. And I think they might have won some French Cup. So the World Cup's the only thing worthy of note. Rice is class, but will never be on Rodri's level. Hope Arsenal fans realise that. He is a very good player. I do think that he's not on Rodri's level. Do I think he will ever be on Rodri's level? Maybe the guy's 24, 25? I can't remember. So he's got a good few years to get himself to that level. But I will say that it's going to take a lot of hard work from Declan Rice to match up to a player like Rodri. Now on to Ansu Fati, the only loan deal on here, on loan from Barcelona. He's a really good player. He's been unfortunate with injuries with Barca. Barcelona. Some people labelled him as like the next Messi, but injuries has really hurt him. Sadly. But he's come to Brighton, and hopefully that's going to give like his career the rejuvenation it needs. And I don't think there's a better club for him to be at, really. I heard Spurs were in for him, and I was like, really didn't know if that's where he's going to be best, because he plays on the left wing. If he plays on the left wing, that's where Son plays, and is Son going to be willing to take a step out on the bench? No, it won't. But if he goes to Brighton, he'll definitely find a way in there. Now then, James Ward-Prowse, another pretty cheap signing. Well, I say cheap, but £35 million. Really good player. Probably the best free kick taker in the league, and one of the best we have ever seen. Messi's also being a GOAT referee. Personally, I do think Lionel Messi is the greatest of all time. But he does not deserve to win it this year, the Ballon d'Or, anyway. I do think Messi is the GOAT of football. Will he always be? Ronaldo sauce, Viva whole system. But anyway, James Ward-Prowse, solid player. Signed from West Ham. He's probably been due a move like this for a while. Don't know why he stayed at Southampton for a while, but now he's out. He's really playing really good. Scored a goal against City, of course, a few weeks back when City beat them 3-1. And he's playing really well, James Ward-Prowse. I think he's 28 years old, so he's in his prime. Now then, we are going to get on Sandro Tonali. What was it, 60 million or 70 million euros? I can't quite remember. Really solid player, Sandro Tonali. Really, just an absolute rock for AC Milan. He is that kind of player. And really boosts that midfield for Newcastle, because JWP was the marquee signing by West Ham. Yeah, they really, in my opinion, they spent that money really well, the Declan Rice money. Because what was it, like 35 for James Ward-Prowse? I may not be a fan of Man U, but Haaland was a good Højlund was a good signing. Yeah, I actually do think Højlund will come good. I think Højlund, I don't think he's worth 70 million euros. I think that's ridiculous, to be honest, for a player that didn't get 20 goal contributions last season. So, I think Højlund will come good, but not yet. Well, I mean, not yet. He started the season pretty well, but I don't think he was 70 million. But yeah, the really well spent money at West Ham this summer. Edson Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, Mohamed Kudus, really good signings. Ali Lolo says hi, welcome to the chat, Ali Lolo, great to have you here. Saw that you commented early. Doku Rice, you mentioned earlier. And I will speak about Doku. He's not here, but I will speak about Doku. Yeah, but Sandro Tonali really strengthens the midfield in Newcastle. Geordie, though, says that oh wait, no, sorry, not Geordie. Jit says that we lack creativity. I reckon we go in for someone in January. Hope Paqueta, if he isn't banned. Good thing is about January. Kevin De Bruyne should be back or almost back, which is the great thing. We need Kevin De Bruyne more than ever. He's a fantastic player, and you know, I put a bit of stats on my Instagram earlier saying how City have had a not an XG, a lower XG than Everton this season. So I think that does show you the lack of creativity, and we need it too. Gvardiol too, yeah, Gvardiol's on there. Kovacic, I will speak about him because you mentioned him. You fell asleep in last night's streams, in yesterday's stream, sorry. No problem. It was a late one, so I can imagine, you know, you could probably fall asleep. So yeah, it was a late one, to be fair. Anyway, Moussa Diaby. I'm pretty sure he's had a pretty good start to Aston Villa so far. I can't remember what he signed for. It was no higher than 50 million, I believe. So good signing in that regard. He rejected Saudi money to play for Villa, which I guess, you know, a lot of football fans are happy about that. Happy to see these big players still wanting to play in Europe. And Moussa Diaby has come to a really good club under Unai Emery. I think Unai Emery is going to do a really good job at Villa. I think they'll win the Conference League and be in Europa League next season. So for Moussa Diaby to go there, he'll only strengthen them. Really solid as well. It was a long day at school. Yeah, man, I remember returning from school sometimes and just feeling like falling asleep the moment I got home. You fell asleep 10 minutes before the MCFR stream and woke up 10 minutes after it. Oh my lord, unlucky. Passion over money. I mean, yeah, like if I was a footballer, right, which I'm not and I never will be, but if I was a footballer and I was playing for, I don't know, Wolfsburg, you know, why not? Where Kevin De Bruyne was. And, you know, and two clubs were coming after me. If Crystal Palace were coming after me and Al Nassr were coming after me, I'd go to Crystal Palace. I'd rather go to the Premier League than go to the biggest club in Saudi Arabia. You know, even if it meant I got to play with Ronaldo and Laporte and whoever else went there. I'd go to the Premier League because it's the biggest league in the world. It's the most watched league in the world. No one cares about the Saudi league, you know. All these players went there, but how many people are actually watching it? I'm sure a couple more, but no more, yeah. I remember they were Sky Sports were streaming some Saudi league games on YouTube last season. On YouTube. That shows you how not much it means to them. You've got school tomorrow. Hope you have a good day. School's never my strong point. I had my moments though. 100% passion over money. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, Pau Torres. I think he's like 25 years old. Signed from Villarreal, the former club of Unai Emery. He's a good player. Pau Torres. You know, he's probably been due a move like this for a good bit of time now. He's finally gotten it. Flop signing of the season, Caicedo and Havertz. I decided to put Caicedo there more because of the pricing that he cost. You know, because, no offence, but if you're costing £115 million, you should be one of the signings of the season. I don't know if I see it yet. I don't even think he's worth £70 million, to be honest. And I didn't think that when Liverpool and Chelsea were in for him. So Havertz as well. Yeah. I mean, 60 million. Like 68 million quid? I think Chelsea must have been licking their lips at that. 70 million quid for Kai Havertz is... They've been robbed blind, Arsenal. You know, like, he got the assist on Gabriel Martinelli's goal. But, honestly, it's just such a, like, move from... it's just such a... Why did they make it? If if it ends up being if it ends up being an amazing signing in Kai Havertz, I'm going to be absolutely flabbergasted. I will not be able to believe it because I'm 100% like, I do not think Kai Havertz is worth £40 million. You know, Real Madrid, I think they were willing to pay 50 million, and then Chelsea came through and they were saying 70 million. And Real Madrid backed off for good reason, and Arsenal licked their lips. Modric playing at the top level at 38, be like, oh, Modric's just great, he's crazy. I really have respect for it because he could have easily left Real Madrid by now to go play somewhere just for a bit of money, somewhere else. He could have easily gone Saudi. He probably got offers. He probably got offers off Saudi Arabia, but who would want to leave Real Madrid in their right mind? Oh, Karim Benzema apparently, but. Ali Lolo's a mod. Yusuf, I decided to make him mod because he's been in the streams since not day one, but not too long after day one. Modric over KDB at the moment his career is definitely over KDB's. I love Kevin De Bruyne. I absolutely adore the guy, and I think he's going to retire the greatest midfielder in Premier League history. I think Kevin De Bruyne will retire the best midfielder the Premier League has ever seen. But Modric is just unbelievable. He's won multiple UCLs. He's won a Ballon d'Or in the Messi and Ronaldo era. Now, KDB over Modric. I understand that argument, and I think right now Kevin De Bruyne is better than Modric. But over a career, I think Modric is better. He's been in the game longer. Modric 38, Kevin De Bruyne is 32, 33? I can quickly search it up. So he's been in the game longer, and maybe if Kevin De Bruyne keeps going at it for ages, maybe Kevin De Bruyne will retire better than him, but he's got to do that first. Now then, we're going to jump onto Rasmus Højlund of Manchester United, bought for €70 million. He scored a couple of goals for United so far this season. In my opinion, I think he's going to work out at United. Probably gets a little bit of not hate, but he probably gets laughed at a bit because his name's Højlund and we've got Haaland. It just seems like United are buying the off-brand version, however you want to call it. So yeah, I think Rasmus Højlund will work out. I think he looks decent. Do I think he'll have to be Erling Haaland level? It's hard to tell. Now is KDB. Alright, now it's KDB. Modric all time, yeah. Easy best signings are the ones City have done. We will get on to all the City signings in a moment. We're just on Rasmus Højlund now. Rasmus Højlund, I think he'll work out. No, I think he's Denmark. Denmark, Rasmus Højlund's from. Yeah, I think Rasmus Højlund will be good. I think if he got 20 goals or 25 goals for Manchester United, I think that would make the 70 million worth it. Nope, Carson's still going. The GOAT's time definitely isn't it? Yeah. Denmark, Norway, yeah, definitely off-brand. Anyway, we will speak about other names now, like Jeremy Doku. I think Jeremy Doku is going to be a really good signing for City this season. But I do not think he is best signing of the season material. I think I think he's going to be a bit like Leroy Sané joining City for the first time. He's going to be like solid in his first season, but then I think Jeremy Doku next season is just going to be amazing. You know, that's my prediction. I think if Jeremy Doku got 20 goal contributions this year, I think that would be absolutely brilliant for him. But I think he could get so many goal contributions next season once he's improved, because his passing needs to improve and his decision making does too, because he likes to run at a man, but sometimes it's better to just pass it. Doku, best winger in the world. I disagree. You know, I don't think he's best winger in the world. He needs to prove himself at the top world level. Jude Bellingham, he would be on this list if we were talking about signings all over the world. But if we're talking just for the Premier League, if we're talking just Premier League, obviously Jude Bellingham can't be there. I do think Jude Bellingham is the best signing though this season. Anyway, we're going to go on to our next one. You got 40 subs. Congratulations, Frost Fury. Congrats. It's another milestone for you. We actually got a couple of subscribers yesterday from MCFR's live stream, which is good stuff. You know, hopefully we can do a couple more panel shows like that. Harry Feingold, welcome to the chat. Quite late on in the video now. We're now speaking about other players outside of this list. You've got 8 subscribers, Ali Lola, for posting absolutely nothing. I guess that just shows how good you are, Ali Lola. Hey, Harry Feingold. Yeah. Tommy Fury vs KSI. I won't be doing a watch along for it because I know it's not football, so I'll leave it there. But if you guys are going to watch that, then that's fine. Bellingham overrated. I disagree because I think he's an expensive buy by Real Madrid, but the start he's had to the season is just phenomenal. Like, I'll quickly search up his stats because Jude Bellingham is just on fire at the moment. 20 years old, you know, he captained Borussia Dortmund last season. He is just a really good player, and I think sometimes you just got to accept that. Worth 150 million euros on transfer market, you know, he's just doing incredible for Real Madrid. This season, 10 goals, 3 assists in 10 matches, you know, just really, really good. Still remember the day I was Fab and Man City. Oh yeah, you were calling everything. You're calling absolutely everything. You're not the only one who saw that, right? Who? Harry Feingold's message? Well, the one that got retracted. I didn't see it. I see that it got retracted, but that's all. If you could elaborate, Frost Fury, then that would be appreciated. Bellingham is a serious bottler. If you're talking because of Borussia Dortmund last season, Borussia Dortmund did bottle the league last season. You know, but I think that's just going to build on Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is just going to take that. That's even more experience. You know, Jude Bellingham knows what it's like now to be basically touching the trophy and then lose it just like that. I don't know what it is you've got against Jude Bellingham. Next cockroach coming for MCFC. He chose the easy league. Well, here's the thing with the Jude Bellingham thing. Number one, you say he chose the easy league, but if you're talking because he picked them over us, City never even put a bid in for him, never even got to personal terms, so... Yeah, so in that regard, you know... And Real Madrid, I don't think the Liga is the easiest league in the world. You know, at least you've got Atletico Madrid and Barcelona trying to compete. You know, I think it's an easier league compared to the Premier League, because I think the difference between Barca, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid and other teams, you know, it's a pretty big decline. You know, you've got Real Madrid, Barca and Atletico who are up here. Then you've got a drop. And then you've probably got Villarreal, Seville, maybe Real Sociedad here. And then you drop down a bit more. So, I think, yeah. I don't think the league is easy. I think it's harder than a couple of others. Because you got the Premier League, but then what else is as hard as the Premier League? Not easy, but Prem. Oh, the Prem is just... The Premier is just built different. The competition is crazy. Because, you know, it's not just the fact, you know, you can argue, oh, the City turning it into a Farmers League. All that. You know, last season, City were 10 points behind at one point and we pulled it back. Season before that, it came down to the final game and we came back from 2 goals down to win it all. Prem ain't easy? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I will tell what he said in DM's MCFC Connect, because YT doesn't want to send. Yeah, feel free to message me on Instagram, MCFC_Connect. Feel absolutely free to follow and message what was said. Bundesliga joined. Bundesliga is the definition of a Farmers League, along with Liga 1. Liga 1, I say, comes at a close second. Thomas Müller created the logo. The Premier League is the best league in the world. I think the UCL is really good too, because I think the UCL's almost got a bit of magic to it. I know, obviously, it doesn't literally have magic, but it's still pretty good. On Kovacic, by the way, because I realised we've gone off topic quite a bit. Kovacic, really good. I think he's going to be a good signing. You know, I'd say that he's probably been the best signing of the season so far for City. If it wasn't for the past 2 games, Arsenal and Wolves were 2 really low points for Kovacic. Bundesliga is underrated, no cap. Interesting. Me personally, I wouldn't want to watch it because what is it in a row that Bayern have won it? They've won it at least 10 times, surely, in a row. Can't believe Kovac banned for a few games. Bellingham vs Haaland gonna come sooner or later. I know the future generation of footballers is just crazy. You know, you got Haaland, you got Mbappe, is Mbappe really the future? I mean, he's got to be, doesn't he? You know, guy turns 25 this year. It just feels crazy, killing Mbappe. He's been around for 7 years. Isn't that just insane? He was at Monaco 7 years ago, doing the stuff he was doing. Then he got signed by PSG, and he'll be at Real Madrid before we know it. By the way, guys, feel free to put content ideas for me during international breaks, because it's obviously not easy to do, but I would like to provide you guys with content that you guys want during international breaks. It's an opportunity to do stuff that you guys want. Mbappe is not a game changer. I feel like he could be. I feel like he's a moment player. I think he's one of the best players in the world, if not the best. Personally, I think the fact that he's playing in Ligue 1 is damaging his career, every day he spends in it. I think he needs to get out of there, personally. The sooner he gets out of that league, the better. Kylian Mbappe Ninjas on PayPal. He's got a lot of names, doesn't he? Gave you a list of ideas, yeah. I have seen them on the community tab, so thanks a bunch. But you know, if you got any more ideas, just feel free to go back there, write some more down, and everything like that. Any other players you guys want me to cover now? Because if there is, feel free to let me know, because I will. I'll gladly cover any players you guys want me to talk about. Just doing something right now, guys. See, I've been struggling on this graphic. I've wanted to make a good amount of time now, but just being a little difficult. Right there. Kai Havertz can't kick a ball. Gotta sleep now. Bye. I'm gonna call the live here. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are great as usual. And Frostfury, feel free to DM me what was said. Whatever the clicking power. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Your support's great as usual. Back live tomorrow. See you all then.